Okay, what you're seeing here is an Arduino Sketch and serial output showing this rotary encoder as I turn it or press down. That's recorded. The interesting thing is this sketch that's on this Keyestudio board was written by deepseek. I've never used deepseek AI before. So this is a part of our smart home project using Arduino and a Keyestudio Wi-Fi board, or ESP32. And I specified that board, and I specified a rotary encoder, not a particular model number, just rotary encoder, and asked deepseek, first time I've ever used that AI, to write a sketch showing a serial output. Here's what I got. deepseek wrote this sketch. It gave me two versions of two sketches. Here's what I asked for. Write me an Arduino sketch that uses Keyestudio and rotary encoder that will output serial monitor, encoder positions, dial left or right. I said nothing on this about the switch. That's where I press the top down and you can hear it click. I didn't ask for that, but yet deepseek gave me a sketch that includes that. It gives me the wiring also, and I changed those numbers because I already had some of them taken for this color monitor, which we've been using. But that's all right because I've got extra pins on this board that I could use. It calls for voltage and ground. On this board, I find that I can use any of these pins, whether I use the digital part or not. I can use the red and black pins on any of them that are available for voltage and ground. So I did that. In other words, these are all feeding electricity and ground, whether you call the data part of the pin or not. Then I've just got three more pins that I used here and assigned to the digital pin numbers that I chose that were available. All right, deepseek also, oh, by the way, when I tried to sign in to deepseek, it wanted a lot of personal information. I found out about it here on China File, a website of Chinese news. When I did deepseek, this is what it asked for. So I chose log in with Google instead because I've logged into other accounts with Google. So that's how I got this operating. All right. It gave me two Arduino sketches. I did not try the first one. The second one said it was more precise. So that's the one I chose. Changed these pin numbers to fit what I had available. That was the only alteration I did on this sketch. I hit the copy and pasted it into Arduino. And again, just like I said on yesterday's video, I'm using Arduino version 2.3.3. I've tried using the more updated version of Arduino and it does not work with this board. So, in addition to that sketch, we're given our wiring and key features. This is from deepseek. I've used other AIs to write Arduino code, but I'm trying to learn about the system of using conversational AI to write Arduino code. And does it work? And which AI works best? This is my first test of DeepSeek, which is a Chinese product, by the way, as opposed to ChatGPT or Grok. I've also used Lumo. I've also used the Arduino code project for writing Arduino. Troubleshooting. It gives you possible reasons. If this sketch doesn't work, maybe here's why. I don't think I've seen this in other AI versions of Arduino that I've asked to be written to actually have troubleshooting offered right away. We'll go back to Arduino and I'll show you once again. As I turn the encoder, you will see different positions turning left or right. Turning to the left, it's showing these numerical values going to 0 and now going plus as I continue turning left. And when I press the button, it tells you that the button's been pressed. A word about organizing. This wiring looks pretty messy. I have not included this color OLED screen in this particular sketch, so all those wires are off to the side. The remaining wires here I have organized on this little Arduino, Lego base plate, which accommodates these mechanical beams, and then I'm able to attach a 3D printed case, which I made. And when I 3D printed this, I took I actually made it in Tinkercad, and I added a STL file for a base like this flipped upside down on the bottom of this case, so I then could snap it onto beams, and the beams snap onto the base plate. So it is more organized and secure. That's the whole point of this, to try to organize our setup so we don't have pieces sliding around on the tabletop. That's the reason for doing this. Just one way of doing it. We could use Velcro as well to stick it onto a flat surface. There'll be more about this. I'm glad to see that DeepSeek came up with a sketch that worked the first time. Didn't require any modification at all. Again, using Arduino IDE 2.3.3, not 2.3.10 or any other updated version. DeepSeek. There will be more.